Hello and welcome to another Hades tutorial. In this video we're going to be learning how to load up all our brushes and edit our settings and even make our own brushes. It's actually really easy and it's going to be a short video. It's not going to take that long to explain, and the good thing about it is it's easy to understand. Once you learn it once, you're not going to need to learn it again. Um, well, we're going to pick a brush tool anyway, and we get started, and I'm going to pick a circle brush like that. And there we go, there's a normal circle brush. But if we go over to this little box here, if you don't have that box, you can click on Window and then click Brush, and then your box will appear over here. And now it will give you all these settings. Well, we can go to the shape dynamics first of all, and we'll increase the jitter size. And you can see the outcome of that brush, what it's going to look like down here in the bottom of that box. And we'll leave it there actually. And all these things, if you can scroll them up and down, you can see exactly what they're going to do to your brush. Which is just like scattering for now. And see, it scatters the brush if you increase the scatter, and your count's going to be how many times it's going to happen. Well, we leave it at that there, and we're just going we're going to click and drag. And you see, just gives it an effect, like multiplies it. And all these things do, if you go into all of them, like they do exactly what they say. Like you can load up your textures and you'll add that texture to it, and all these here, like I'm not going to go into that, or this tutorial is going to be half an hour, 45 minutes long if I was going through every set. Have a cycle through them all and you'll understand what to do. Now if you go to brush tip shape up here at the top, this is going to show you a box up the top, and it's going to show you all the brushes that you have loaded. And here's going to be your size, where you can increase or decrease the size. I'm going to pick a brush that is going to be easier to explain this. This one here. I'm going to make a mark with the brush, and that's the normal layout of that brush. Now if I was to tick flip X, it's going to flip it on the X axis, see, and it'll go like that. If I was going to flip it on the Y axis, it would go like that. And like that's pretty obvious, that does exactly what it says. But over here is interesting. But if you wanted to flip it and you wanted more control of what way it's going to flip, you can click that little arrow and drag around, and it will go to the degrees that you rotated to. And you can mess around with that, and you'll understand what I mean. But these little two dots, what these do is, if you click on one of them and drag it towards the center of the X or the crosshairs, it will narrow the brush. So if I make a new brush now, see, it's a lot thinner. And I just increase it again, I just flip it, and bang, there we go back to normal. Well, over here is normal. That's them ones. Well, over here, if you click brush presets at the top, up here, at brush presets, there's a couple of default presets that Photoshop has built in. Now if you click on them and have a mess with them all and go through them all, you'll see exactly what to do. And some of them are actually very handy at times. Like, so there's a scatter there. Just get rid of all these. There's a scatter brush there, but it increases and decreases the size every so often too, like, which you can do over here. Like, you can make it all your own settings. They're just presets that were already pre-made. Now if you downloaded the brush and wanted to load it in, I don't know, close that off. What you can do is, you can either, when you download it, save all your, I'd advise you to actually, save all your files in your brush files in a brush folder somewhere on your computer. Because whenever you right click the screen, now you'll see all your default Photoshop brushes, except down to the ones I loaded previously. But when you click this little icon, and then you'll just see this box, and then click load brushes, then it'll show you where you go to the folder wherever you saved it. And I'm just going to click this one here, and there's a load of brushes there that are after been loaded, and you can use them then. See, that's that one looks like. But if I wanted to load another brush, I'd advise you not to load them in with them ones, because if you keep loading brushes in, it's going to slow your computer down every time you click the right button. It's going to take ages for them all to load, depending on the speed and quality of your system, your computer. But what I advise you to do is click reset brushes, and just make sure you remember where you saved that brush, and then click OK, and I'm just going to click no, and see, it goes back to normal then, and then you can just load in whatever the next brush preset you want, or brush pack. Now we go to making our own brushes. This is actually very easy, easier than you think. I'm going to make a cloud brush. So you get loads of cloud pictures online, and if you see one that you like, bring it into Photoshop, and I'm just going to place it into the document and size it down. There, it looks okay. And when you have it in, then I'm going to erase all the outsides. You don't want that perimeter, so I'm going to use a soft brush. So you don't want sharp edges. Like that. Now when you have all the stuff you don't want in the brush erased, what you're going to do now is you're going to press and hold Control and then press U on the keyboard, and this box will pop up for the hue and saturation. What we're going to do is we're not going to touch any of the settings except for saturation. We're going to drag that right down to the bottom to -100. And when you have that done, we're going to press and hold Control one more time and then press L while it's held down, and it'll bring up your levels like this. Now to change these levels, press and hold Alt, and then click on, we're going to click on that. Up here is the bright tones, and then here's dark tones. So press and hold Alt, and we're going to start with our high tones, and we'll click on it, and we'll drag it down. And whenever you see a little bit of white coming, then you can release it. And then we'll do the same with for this one. So we press and hold Alt, and we click it, and then whenever we see a little bit of black coming in, we release it, because you don't want to lose too many pixels. So that's going to be the shape of your brush. That looks okay there. And we click OK. Now, if I was to make this a brush, what you would see if you were to brush it is all them black pixels. You wouldn't actually see the white pixels. So you don't want that. We want the actual cloud. So what we're going to do is we're going to press Control and then press I on your keyboard, and that's going to invert the whole image like that. So when we have that done, we will get our marquee tool, this rectangular marquee tool, and we'll highlight it like that there, and then go to Edit and Define Brush Preset. And when you click that, you can choose a name for your brush. I'm just going to call it Cloud Tutorial. And that's all it is. And then if I go to my brush now and scroll down, there's the brush there. You can see, same brush. Pretty easy, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and it was useful. And if you liked the tutorial, please do subscribe, because there's going to be loads more tutorials in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.